How Long Do You Think It's Gonna Last is an album by Big Red Machine, which is composed of Aaron Desaner of The National and Justin Vernon of Bon Iver. I was quite intrigued by this album, as I like The National and Justin Vernon is very good, and there's a good range of guests on here. You got Fleet Foxes, Sharon Van Etten, Taylor Swift. Overall though, I have mixed feelings on this project. I think instrumentally, for the most part, it's quite beautiful. I think musically it sounds very good. There's a few cuts here which are a bit, don't do too much for me, but for the most part that's not the problem. I just feel like this album feels a bit all over the place. Like, most of the songs are kind of similar, of these like relationships breaking apart and coming to terms with it, and they work well with the guests sometimes. Like the Taylor Swift tracks are good. Other times I wasn't a fan of the Ben Howard one and the Fleet Foxes one. The guests sometimes aren't used great overall. And I don't know, just a lot of the tracks on this album just left me just feeling a bit on them. Like, there's nothing really here that's like terrible or anything, and like there's nothing lyrically bad. It's just the ideas on here, some of them work, some of them just don't really. And it's a shame, because there's some good highlights on here, and Anais Mitchell, an artist I've not heard of before, is pretty good on here. She's on a few tracks. She's someone I'm going to be checking out in the future. But overall, this project is an interesting listen, and there is quite a few enjoyable tracks, but not enough here for me to call this a good album, but an interesting idea.